Have you ever felt as though you are living someone else's life? As though your body is moving, performing tasks, achieving goals, but somewhere deep inside, something doesn't add up. A profound, quiet dissonance that cannot be silenced by loud music or drowned out by the applause of others. It's as if you are a perfectly engineered orange tree, carrying the code to create juicy, sweet, sun-filled fruit. Yet you have spent your entire life desperately trying to produce a harvest of tart, waxy apples. You look at the other apple trees, at their success, at the way the world celebrates them. You read books on how to become a better apple tree, how to properly shape your canopy, how to fight off apple tree pests. You tie red, shiny, store-bought apples to your branches and present them to the world with a strained smile. And inside, in the very core of your trunk, a silent, cold despair begins to grow. Because the loudest answers you find in the external world only help you to become a better imitation. They will never help you become what you are not. And this race to bear a foreign fruit is the shortest and most certain path to total exhaustion, to an illness that is never recorded in medical charts, a deep systemic sickness of the grafted branches. At the moment of your birth, the system gave you a perfect, self-sufficient, flawless code, a seed. Within this seed, in this tiny point of singularity, all the information about you was already encoded. The potential height of your trunk, the unique pattern of your bark, the shape of your leaves, the fragrance of your flowers, the taste and color of your fruit. Your entire potential genius. You didn't need to search for anything, earn anything, or prove anything. You only needed to grow, to allow this code to unfold in space and time. But from your very first days, a strange, unnatural process began. Upon your living, healthy, vibrant trunk, they began to graft foreign branches. They told you to be yourself is wonderful, but it is not enough. To survive in this garden, you need the right branches. And so, the grafting began. The branch of your mother's hopes, who wanted to see you as a mighty oak. The branch of your father's ambitions, who dreamed of a slender cypress. The branches of social expectations, school grades, corporate standards. Be convenient. Don't stand out. Do as everyone else does. Strive for the success that we have defined for you. Every such phrase was a sharp pruning knife, cutting into your living tissue to attach a foreign, dying shoot. And you agreed. You allowed it. Out of fear. Out of a desire to be loved. Out of a need for safety. And so here you stand, years later. A tree that looks mighty from a distance, but is covered in dozens of these grafted branches. One branch is a prestigious job that drains the life from you and gives nothing back. Another is a relationship built on social contracts, not true intimacy. A third is a lifestyle meticulously copied from a glossy social media feed, one that clashes violently with your inner nature. Each of these branches is a vampire. It is incapable of producing life on its own. It can only consume yours. And you give them everything. All the moisture your roots draw with such difficulty from the earth. All the light your native leaves capture for photosynthesis. You are feeding the dead. And then you wonder why the fruits on your own, native branches are so small, so bitter, so tasteless. Why by the evening, you have no energy left even for the things you truly love. Why joy has become something you have to squeeze out of yourself, to simulate for the benefit of others. Your fatigue is not laziness. It is the cry of your organism spending all its energy to sustain foreign tissue. Your apathy is not weakness. It is a defense mechanism of your true nature, which is entering a dormant state, refusing to nourish that which is killing it. Your anxiety is not a glitch. It is the vibration of your true code, desperately signaling a total mismatch with what you are pretending to be. You go out into the world for answers, but you only sink deeper into the problem because you are searching in a place where there is no light. While all your attention is fixated on this noisy theater of the absurd up in the canopy, the real work, the real source of your power and wisdom has always been below. Down where there is no light, no sound, no audience, and no judgment. In the absolute darkness, in the perfect silence, in your roots. Have you ever considered how a tree finds water during a drought? It doesn't need maps. It doesn't need geological reports or advice from other trees. Its roots simply know. They feel. This knowledge is embedded in their nature. It is not a thought. It is a sensation, a vector. Silently, persistently, and unerringly, they move toward where there is life, where there is nourishment. This is your intuition, in its purest, most undiluted form. It is a direct, non-verbal, infallible communication channel with the core of reality. It doesn't speak in words that can be distorted. It speaks in sensations, an expansion in your chest or a tightening in your gut, a yes or a no, this way or not this way, mine or foreign. We have forgotten this language. We were taught to trust only what is loud, what can be proven, what is written in an instruction manual. The language of the roots is quiet. It doesn't shout, it whispers. And to hear it, you must consciously, with an act of will, stop listening to the deafening noise above. You must become silent. In any healthy forest, all the trees are connected underground by an invisible but very real network, the mycelium. Scientists call it the wood wide web. Through this network, trees communicate, transfer nutrients to one another, and warn each other of danger. A mother tree can feed its saplings through this network, even if they are growing in the shade. It is a single, living, intelligent organism. Your roots are connected to this same global network. The synchronicities you sometimes notice, the chance phone call at the perfect moment, the sudden idea that solves everything, the unexpected meeting that changes your life. These are not accidents. They are data packets delivered to you through this subterranean network because your roots sent out a silent request. The system is always online. It was you who was offline. You were too busy polishing your dead, grafted branches. The source of everything you need, wisdom, strength, love, peace, is already within you. It is in your roots. It does not require searching. It only requires your attention. The ability to shift your focus from the external, the shiny, the loud, to the internal, the dark, the quiet, from loud advice to silent knowing. You don't need to find the answers. You just need to create the silence to learn how to receive the ones that are already arriving in a continuous stream. A technical point. If this data resonates with your internal algorithm, press subscribe. It's a signal to the system that this information is valuable. So what are you to do with this garden of chimeras that you have so diligently cultivated? The answer is frighteningly simple, and at the same time, incredibly difficult. You don't need to grow anything new. You don't need to add anything. Healing is not an act of construction. It is the most merciful and most ruthless act of pruning you will ever perform in your life. You must allow the dead branches to die. This doesn't happen through struggle. You cannot chop them off with willpower because they have grown too deep into your consciousness. You have come to believe they are you. They will fall away on their own as soon as you stop channeling your life force into them, as soon as you stop believing that they define you. This process is like a tree shedding its leaves in autumn. It doesn't fight with every single leaf. It simply stops feeding them, and they depart, easily and without pain. Your task is to stop feeding with your attention, your energy, and your belief those parts of you that are not you. To stop going to the job you hate. To stop engaging with people who drain you. To stop conforming to an image that was forced upon you. It is terrifying, but it is the only way. This process of total healing takes place in the silence. A tree does not grow or heal during a hurricane. It becomes still. It becomes flexible. It endures. And then, in the silence, in the calm hours after the storm, in the pre-dawn dew, it begins to heal its wounds and grow new, living shoots. The quiet moment is not emptiness or idleness. It is your personal operating room, where the inner, innate wisdom of your system performs its self-repair. When you simply sit in silence, without a goal, without thoughts, without actions, you are giving the command to begin. You are allowing the life force that was once diverted to sustain dead branches to return to the core, to your seed, to your original, undistorted code. You don't need to invent who you are. That information is already inside you. It never left. As soon as you remove all that is superficial, all that is foreign, your true code will activate on its own. Your leaves will find their natural shape. Your flowers will find their true color. Your fruits will fill with the unique flavor intended only for you. You don't have to do anything for this to happen. You only have to stop getting in the way, to stop betraying yourself for the sake of others' expectations. The chosen one is not some special hero from a prophecy. The chosen one is any tree that finds the courage to look at itself honestly and say, I am an orange tree, and I will never again, for any reason, try to be an apple tree. The world does not need another bad apple tree. The world needs my own unique, one-of-a-kind orange. In that moment, a quantum leap occurs. In that moment, the quiet knowing of the roots becomes the loud, visible, tangible reality of your fruits. If this process resonates with you, write, "The seed is sprouting" in the comments. This is the command to initiate your internal growth. No one,